just a little easier on me to open them like this. I'm going right into it. I'm going to open this weirdly for me too, because I have to open it in reverse. Lava Axe, Divine Favor, Void Snare, that's what that is. Titanic Growth, always a nice, just a fine solid card. You got Carrion Crow, a fine limited card, 3-mana 2/2 flyer. Okay, I don't know what this one does. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. White creatures you control also gain first strike, but for 5 mana, a little expensive. Otherwise, it could be very good. It's kind of like an Inspired Charge with slight upside. Invisibility, blue, enchant creature. Enchant creature can't be blocked by walls. That's entertaining. I don't know if it's very good. Blast Fireball. I'm sorry guys, I don't know these cards very well. Deals 5 damage to target creature. Destroy all equipment that attached to that creature. It's like an instant speed slag fire. I think is what that old 5-mana sorcery was from the Scars block. It's that for 1 more mana but instant. Soulmender. It's a fine card, not very amazing. It's been around since the last core set. Mind Sculpt, always entertaining. Hopefully they make the mill deck possible. I've kind of always liked mill Turbo Fog style decks. I don't play Turbo Fog a lot because it's super unfun for people. I really don't like to be unfun, even though I play some unfun decks in Modern. Just kind of happens. The Death Touch Sliver, very good sliver. 2 mana giving all you guys Death Touch, very good in creature matchups. Not so much against control, but if you play Slivers, that's a fine card to have somewhere in the 75. This is just a 3/1 flyer for 3. Still pretty good. Pretty aggressive flyer. And unlimited blue-white flyer is always a good deck. This guy, 2 mana 2/2 flash, bouncing out of your hand, is pretty good. It's the rare. Phyrexian Invoker. Ooh. Hate Bears card. A Sweet Soldier token. Phyrexian Invoker, kind of like a Pithing Needle on state. Pithing Needle can stop lands from activating. Can sometimes be very relevant. Phyrexian Invoker is kind of better in a deck like Hate Bears, which it's a modern deck. Just kind of a deck where you're playing creatures, you're turning them sideways, and you just want to stop things that can stop you, which is what that can do. Triplicate Spirits, a very good card. I don't know if it'll ever see modern play. Definitely can see standard play though. A white weenie deck, this can give that deck a lot of reach against other more mid-range creature decks that just clog up the ground. This can help them get through that. This is a 5-mana 3/3 flyer, yeah. That's all it is. It's just a 5-mana 3/3 flyer. It's fine. You might play this unlimited, like around your 20th card, but you're not going to be really super excited. Another Lava Axe. I like these unlimited. Most people don't. That's just me. Shadow Clock Vampire, yeah. Can gain flying by paying 2 life. 5-mana 4/3. Very good unlimited. Having 4 power instead of 3. Instead of just having 3, it can get through the bigger creatures. And it can gain flying for 2 life, which can be very good in the board style. Ranger's Guile, a fine sideboard card in a lot of constructed formats. Inquest is always also a fine card. If they're just beating you down and you draw that early enough, that can help Torch Train, Artifact Removal. Ornithopter, modern play, yeah, kind of. It's not super exciting, but hey, it's an Ornithopter. Another Soulmender, Illumination, been around since at least Dark Ascension. So it was in Dark Ascension, both past core sets. It was in Theros block. Like, Illumination's gonna be around for a while. Oh yeah, the 2/1 for 2 gets +1/+1. You control island. You can tap 4 type creature. Another really good limited card. It seems fine and constructed. Just a 2-mana 3/2. If you build like some kind of weird white-blue beatdown deck, this could go in there. Shrapnel Blast. Yeah, this card's really good. It goes in the Ornithopter deck, oddly enough. So if we were unlimited, we'd have the Ornithopter Shrapnel Blast combo. Maybe we'd also get an Illusionary Angel somewhere along the way, hopefully, to make this Ornithopter actually decent, other than just Shrapnel Blast or an Insult Artifact, something like that. The 2 and a black 0/3 Defender. Whenever you gain life, put a +1 counter on Wall of Limbs. Tap 5 black, sacrifice Wall of Limbs. Target player loses X life or X the number of counters on this. I saw my friend drafted this insane deck with this, and Staff of the Death Magus, he drafted this mono black deck, but sidetrack like normal. This can be very good and limited if you get the right deck. Indulgent Tormentor. This is a card I'm very excited for, but it will never be really worth any money because it was a game day promo. It's also an intro deck. It just kind of hurts cards like that from being worth any money at any actual point in time. So that's a little disappointing, but I still think the card's very good, and it might actually end up seeing constructed play. But we'll just have to wait and find out as I go through this. I'm actually doing part of this to actually kind of rebulk my trade binder. Another one of the reasons I wanted this fat pack. I also had some extra money, which was nice because I worked a lot. But at the PTQ I went to, if any of you guys were there and said hi to me, I don't think anyone actually did though. I got rid of a lot of cards to the one of the vendors there, so I'm down a lot of cards, and I'm just kind of rebulk my trade binder a little. This is a 6-mana 6/3, tap 3. It gets +1/+1 trample, so it's like a really bad fire breathing, but it gains trample, which is nice. It's kind of only good limited though, having only 3 toughness, it gets killed by a lot of things. This is a 4-mana 2/2 flyer, first strike. Another fine limited card. A lot of these cards are just fine limited, never really going to play like this guy. He's good in the Illusionary Angel deck. Outside of that, you probably don't want to play this guy if you don't have to. Another Titanic Growth, very good card. Carrion Crow, another flyer. Ooh, very good limited card. It's a 2-mana 1/2 +2/+0 when it attacks. Yeah, until end of turn. Very good. Raise the Alarm. Also a very nice constructed card. So I play in the Standard Pro Tour in like a Obelisk Verd deck, oddly enough. Sees Modern play in the Tokens deck. Just kind of nice. It's 2-mana instant speed for 2 power on 2 different bodies. And in a Tokens deck with like Intangible Virtue, it's really good. Another Divination. Will Forge Golem. It's a 4/4 with Convoke for 6. It's a fun card. Very good in like a Weenie style deck unlimited, but probably won't get a ton of constructed play. Boom. +2/+0. So it's effectively a 4-mana 5/3 with trample. If you have an artifact, so kind of in the Ornithopter style deck again in limited, but not really amazing. This guy, on the other hand, woo, this guy is really good limited by tapping 4 and a red. So his mana cost accept instead of black-red for 4/3, +1 to a mountain, so he's a 5/4 for 5, with the ability to shock something every turn, which is insane. Already seeing Modern play. Very nice, very excited for this card. Even though I already have a bunch, it's still fine to have. It's going to be like $1 in a couple years. Congregate, I never really liked this card. And then Hornet Nest, woo! I actually really like this card. I want to play with it. But the problem is, I then have to be playing Hornet's Nest in a constructed format. So, if Hornet's Nest wasn't so meh, I would be very happy right now. If it was 2 mana, I'd be so excited. Oh, I got a nice little insert here from one of the packs. Kind of an introduction player's guide. Pretty sure it talks about those free decks you can get from a store to teach new players how to play Magic. I recommend using it Duels of Planeswalkers personally. It's a very good introduction to Magic as a whole. Beast token. And just kind of a nice solid place to start. Vulcan Terrain. Welcome turn. It's just a 2/1 flyer. You can only block flyers. There's a ton of variants. Vaporkin. Just always a solid limited card. Another one of the minor guys. That was my watch. Wow, it's kind of late. 5 mana. It's a removal spell. You'll definitely take this limited because it's just removal. Naturalize is always a fine card. Plenty of naturalized variants in constructed formats. This is fine in standard sideboards. What the heck is this guy? 3 mana, 2/2, Intimidate Goblin. He's definitely a very good limited card. Red cards with Intimidate tend to be very good limited, because red's not always that deep. This is the guy, +2/+2? No, Enchanted Creature. Enchanted Creature gets +2/+2 Vintage 4. That's fine. Not very exciting, because it does cost 4 mana. But never a terrible card to really have. Hydra Surge is kind of bad. Generator Servant. Very exciting card. Does some very good things. I'm excited to see what people do with that. Another one of these things. Ulcerate. 1 black to give target creature -3/-3. That you lose 3 life. I think it's a fine card. It seems like a very good sideboard option. If you're playing Modern, maybe some kind of weird control deck, you just want to be able to kill early things. You want that. Back to Nature, definitely a good sideboard card for Modern. Vogels is a big thing. With Constellation being a thing, if that ever gets big, this just knocks that deck down. And as well as just a fine sideboard card, there's plenty of enchantments that see play in Standard. So this wouldn't be too bad. Belligerent Sliver, yeah. It's a 2-headed sliver, but new. Your sliver is capable of 2 more creatures. It's a very good sliver. Even on its own, it's just 3 mana 2/2 that's kind of hard to block. Ooh, and then Aether Spout, a card I'm personally very excited to see. Because I like the Turbo Fog variants. So this kind of goes in a deck like that, where you don't force Spring Breaks just enough, you want another way to do things. And then I got this foil guy. He's pretty bad. Eleanor with ++ equal number of creature cards in all graveyards. That is certainly not terrible, but it's not very exciting to me. So, but could be very good. We'll just find out together, guys. And by together, I mean you'll have to find out when someone else who's not me does it, because then people will pay attention. Goblin Token, good, because I want to actually build a Krenko deck. So my friend decided to start playing Blood Moon in his EDH deck, and I currently play Nakuzar, and don't have a ton of ways to deal with enchantments and Grixis. Another Divine Favor, a Void Snare, woo! Card's good, I like it. Not super amazing, but it's fine. This thing, I played with this in duels with Planeswalkers. It's a 1 in a red to enchant creature. It gets +2/+0, tap red, sacrifice, shock something. This has actually been a lot better than I thought it was going to be, because it allows your creature to get through for a lot more damage. If you put it on a first strike guy, it gets really good. And then towards the end of the game, when attacking is just not an option, or if you want to trade with something, by blocking with a small creature, you just get to sack this, and it can kill someone if you get them low enough. Tide Forward Rat's is always a good limited card. One's for 1/5, which can be good. It's a 4 mana. This is a 4 mana 2/2 draw card. Maybe if you're playing an EDH deck with just a bunch of end of the battlefield trigger, you just need another 4-drop if you don't have enough. This is good. It seems like a fun limited card. It's a 4 mana 2/2 that replaces itself. Probably not going to see too much constructed play being at 4 mana. There are so many cheaper things that do that. Elvish Visionary, to note, 2 mana 1/1 does the exact same thing and is much cheaper. Encrust, once again we already went over that. Goblin, Rough Rider. It is a 3 mana 3/2. It's pretty. Just that's all it is. Has a lot of flavor text, but it's a very aggressive goblin, so it's very fine and limited. Especially if you want to play the Inferno Fist deck, as you saw a second ago. Those two kind of go in the same deck. Exile target creature with toughness 4 or greater. It's very good when your opponent's busy just playing a bunch of walls. Ornithopter's back. Negates. Gargoyle Sentinel. Defender, tap 3 until end of turn it loses Defender and gains flying. Another Shrapnel Blast. I still really like this card. And this is Expedition. Convoke, search the library for 2 basic land cards and put them on the level with tap. So it just kind of ramped. Very good limited having Convoke. Could also see Constructed play because it has Convoke. Having Mana Dorks will just kind of be mutual, but say you're playing, like, for some reason, Wall of Mulch or a variant of that deck, this would just be very good in a deck like that. Ooh, Chord of Calling. $10 right now. It's a very good card. It's definitely going to impact Standard. Being able to tutor for any creature at instant speed while being able to use creatures as that mana is going to be huge. And even though it's triple green, that card you still see a ton of play. So, be on the lookout for that, guys.